everyone's attention, please. We're running a few minutes behind. First off, I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you for joining us on this very exciting morning. I'd ask that if everyone could please stand, which we're all standing, for invocation, and then we'll follow it by the Pledge of Allegiance. Bow your heads. Dear most gracious and heavenly Father, we come to you today thanking you for the opportunity to gather together in a free country. We thank you for America's first responders, our military members, and their families, especially those who have made the ultimate sacrifice to our great country. I ask that you bless this event, bless its purpose, and keep us all safe as we move forward towards serving the people of Nassau County. I pray for our country, our state, and our county's leadership as we continue to serve our residents, our friends, and our neighbors. May we always be considerate, kind, compassionate, and forward-thinking of those that we humbly serve. It's in Jesus' precious name we ask these things. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we get started, I would like to ask everyone to take a quick moment of silence in observance of the date of 9/11. At 8:46 a.m. on September 11, 2001, a plane hit the North Tower. A few minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., a second plane hit the South Tower, and it became apparent to everyone around the world that our country was under attack. May we never forget that day, the victims, or the brave men and women who lost their lives trying to save the lives of others. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to thank a few special guests. I see that we have District 15 Representative Dean Black and his District Aide George Spicer here today. We have Mayor Nagy with the town of Callahan. We have Ken Bass, Ms. Vargas, Ms. Fleming from the town of Callahan. We also have Port Commissioners Mike Cole and Ray Nelson, and we'd like to thank all of them for being here. As most of you here today know, in the rail industry, a diamond intersection is where two rail lines intersect. Diamond intersections are rare on the eastern seaboard. The only diamond intersection in the entire Sunshine State where two Class 1 railroad main lines cross each other is here in Nassau County. More specifically in the area historically known as Crawford, Florida, hence the name Crawford Diamond. This unique diamond intersection is what led to the industrial designation and non-residential use of the surrounding lands. Over the past decades, there has been substantial investment into the Crawford Diamond area to develop the roadways and invest in alternative energy sources. The area has also been identified as a prime spot for economic development due to its close proximity to several major highways and access to two major rail lines. However, attracting businesses to the area has been slowed by the need for water and sewer capacity. To resolve this issue, the town of Callahan agreed to expand their existing water and sewer services to the Crawford Diamond area. The town took the initiatives to seek funding sources and was successful in obtaining $11.4 million in grants from the Florida Department of Commerce, coupled with a $4.5 million investment from the Board of County Commissioners to make this project a reality. Today, we are here to celebrate a major milestone towards reaching that needed capacity and truly activating this area as a job center for the county. With the utilities now in process, a coalition consisting of the Board of County Commissioners, the Nassau County Economic Development Board, Jack's USA, Florida Power and Light Company, and the town of Callahan, we are continuing to collaborate to market the site to potential developments. These actions further demonstrate the countywide commitment to expanding the local tax base to reduce the burden on residential property owners and to bring additional jobs to Nassau County. Today, we want to acknowledge all the partners and offer our appreciation to the town of Callahan for the work they have accomplished and working with the county to provide expanded water and sewer services to the Crawford Diamond area. And at this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Jim Bush, FPL's Director of External Affairs. Welcome. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, Chairman Farmer, for the introduction. I want to begin by congratulating the town of Callahan and Nassau County for all the work that you've both done to make today a reality. It takes tremendous vision and commitment to make days like today possible, so thank you. These infrastructure improvements are incredibly important, not just for economic development efforts on the site, but for the entire community. Today is a really good example of the value of community companies and communities working together to build for the future. FPL has a long history of working with communities we serve to improve the quality of life for all Floridians. We recognize that our success as a company is intrinsically tied to the prosperity of our communities. In addition to FPL's community, educational, and environmental programs, our economic development team plays a key role in building communities. By promoting sites like Crawford Diamond Industrial Park and sharing the advantages the region has to offer, we can attract companies and high-wage, high-skilled jobs. Those jobs in manufacturing, logistics, and agribusiness often provide better, long-term employment opportunities for residents, and they really have a ripple effect across the entire region. Those higher-paying jobs mean increases to the local tax base, residents being able to afford new cars and new homes, and more customers for our restaurants and area businesses. I'm excited to be here with you all today to see the great progress made, and I can't wait to welcome our first tenant here at this critical industrial site due to the infrastructure improvements led by the town and the county. Thank you again for inviting me, and congratulations to everyone who's had a hand in making today possible. It really did require bold leadership. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bush. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mike Williams, the Public Works Director for the town of Callahan. Welcome.
Good morning. Mr. Farmer got all the things taken care of as far as the values and everything that was put into the project, but I can basically just say that the project began with Governor Scott getting this thing underway with the $5 million, and it's just snowballed from there. And we thank the legislature and the county for participating with us in this to make this economic growth possible for Nassau County. The team that's doing this design out here first is Mr. Tim Norman with Midtower and Associates. Mr. Marty Adams, I don't believe he's here. He's with TB Landmark. They are the construction crew. The well site person is Justin Merritt with Complete Services. I saw him around here somewhere. They're going to be taking care of the wells. Ben Moore with PB&M Constructors is the one doing most of the work on the site, and Precon Corporation is the one that's building the tanks that you see behind you right now. Again, I'd like to thank Mr. Jim Bush and Kathy Chambers and Jeff West with Florida Power and Light, and also Sherry Mitchell with NCDB, that we worked really hard to try to get this thing to come to fruition. As you can see, the small drawing up here, the very small tank is the wastewater tank. The larger tank that's leaking right now, that's the water tank. It's not going to do that when it's all done, we hope. Anyway, that's going to help a lot for Nassau County and the west side of the county. If I could say anything today that would probably lend something to make some sense, to just kind of phrase and change it a little bit from John Glenn: one small step for Callahan, one giant leap for Nassau County economic prosperity. Thank you. Oh, and I have some pins up here that the county paid about $4 million for. So before you leave, if you'd like to get one.
And in case you didn't hear what he said he's got some pins that the county, or actually the town, he said, paid $4 million for, and that if you get with him, he'll get you one. At this time, I'd like to turn the program over to Ms. Sherry Mitchell, Executive Director of the Nassau County Economic Development Board. Welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner. I will make it short and sweet. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come out here and talk a little bit about the importance and the significance, really, of this water plant. This long-awaited water plant, not only a labor of love, but truly a critical piece of infrastructure needed to be prepared. So when we do have the opportunity to have one of these businesses that we've been talking to and entertaining that do fall in that targeted industry, which has the means to bring in those high wages, we will be that much more prepared. Through the county's capital investment plan, infrastructure, growth, and leadership is an essential part of the 6 pillars that are highlighted and identified and aligns perfectly well with Florida's future economy. So thank you to our county commissioners, FPL, Town of Callahan, Mayor Nagy, Jack's USA, and clearly the state for the collaboration and support so we can continue preparing for the future Crawford Diamond Industrial Park. Doesn't that have a nice ring to it? We are very fortunate. I feel that me and my board, we are all very humbled, grateful, and we're very, very proud to be a part of this vision. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Aaron Bowman, the Senior Vice President of Business Development from Jack's USA. Welcome.
Thank you, Chair Farmer, and boy, what an honor to be here today. I've walked this property so many times, and you know, Jack's USA represents 7 northeast counties of Florida, and our job is to bring and expand companies in here. And what's been interesting over the last few years is that used to be about 65% of what we did was office projects. That's completely swapped around now, and about 65% is industrial. And why is that happening? Because reshoring, companies realize they need to have control and have their product built in the United States. Quality, the migration to the southeast, and it just keeps on growing and growing. So I will tell you, it's all about speed. Once a company makes a decision to come someplace, they've made the decision, they want to get started. And that's what's held this project back, this property back for so many years, is that we couldn't give them a defined path of when the utilities could be here. That has changed, and so we've got a lot of companies in the queue already that are going to be interested in this piece of property. Manufacturing's great jobs, and for every 1 manufacturing job, it makes about 3 total jobs, so it's a multiplier factor. This is a great piece of property. I'm excited about it, and Sherry, we're going to get this place populated really quick.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. Is there anyone else that would wish to come up and speak? I know, it's got a hard sale most of the time, but the podium up here is available if anyone would like to come up and say a few words. I just appreciate each and every one of you coming out today. I see some members of the community. I see a few people that I missed, but, like I said, it wasn't intentional. If we have nothing else, then I see Flash coming down here. And also, hey, Dwayne's got some water over here for $5 a bottle, and that'll pay for the pens. So if we have nothing else, we were going to move over here for the little shovel photo op. And we did not bring a ribbon today. I know some of them said ribbon cutting, but we're going to do the groundbreaking with these shovels. And we invite you to hang around and socialize with us. With it being almost 98 degrees, I'm pretty sure that most everyone's probably like me, ready to get out of this coat. So I appreciate you, each and every one of you coming. I appreciate the energy that's gone into this project and look forward to seeing it move forward. Thank you.